Good evening. I think I'm 1 minute early to my unbelievable downlines around the world. This is your chief. Welcome back to Instagram Live. So let me do the shout out. Rami, Deepak man at 112, Mr. The V Official, Loreen, how are you? Bajaj, Surya, Palancia, Tawan Abani, Yat Belative. Oh, now it stopped moving. Oh, now there. Manikandan, Ashunman, Makija. All right. And then you have Divya, Mary, Binsa, Nishad, Krish the Warrior. All right. Viniltli, Manokum. All right, you have Sawan, you have Sangmesh, you have Goodfella, Praveen, Umut, Advent, Vijay Kotari, Kant Singh, all right, Narendra, most probably, Lalita, RDX, whatever that stands for, Arfas Hassan, Assalamualaikum. Alright, Jahid Lodi, hi, love you guys. Rafie, I am Ashish, max outer, you gotta max out. Sai K, Saroz, Fianyil, hello, how are you? Alright, love you guys. KSA 1702, which I mean somebody from Saudi. Vijay Reddy, Sanjay Shankar, Prat Kadia, Lokesh Loki, Shamam Dani, Ashke Neil the Dreamer, alright, Path, Ankitrok, alright, loads of you guys, okay, and more. QNet Official must be Rita, Wedding Land. Are you planning to get married? Or are you promoting the concept of marriage? Edwin Christian, love you. Priya Tales. Alright. Manoj Titans. Manoj! How are you, Apu? Number 2. Mimosa Pudika. Hi. Inspired Living. You guys are getting creative. I think basically you have to find a creative name because your original name is taken. Alright, Juno, Muhammad, Assalamualaikum. Alright, Magesh, Harshat Kadiri. Alright, Salve Dipti, Rokade, Shweta, Arvin, Sagar Parmar, Abhinav Baba, Roni Baba. You all are both Babas. Pakistan, Assalamualaikum, greetings to all of you. Alright, Gaurav, Forever Jan. Alright, 2501. Sarah Lamarti. Ramli Ramson. Saurav Siti Jumalika. Apa kabar? Alright, Shiham Anil Sharma. Abdulaziz. Sai Shalu. Hi. Hamadal Hatim. Alright, Jatin Kurana. I am Vignesh. Shroff Summit. Soleria, Morocco. How are you? Bonjour. Alright. Kirupa Karan Palinasamy. Okay, Palinasamy. Gabriela Henny. Sonali, how are you? Alright, Spectacle Girl. 2406. Yeah, you were there on my last Instagram, and we 2406, I assume is your birthday, same birthday as mine. Badsha, love you. Alright, thank you guys for logging on to Instagram Live. I put this video back on the grid of my Instagram, so those who can't log on Sunday, 8 p.m. Malaysian Standard Time, you can watch it all the time. Okay, a big shout out to everyone around the world. A special shout out to the V Business Development Team, wherever you guys are, my warriors around the world, the V Business Development, I love you guys. Thank you for constantly watching my back. All right, a big shout out to all the QNet officers around the world. I rarely ever mention some officers. I don't know why. It's not that I forget out of my mind. QNet India, QNet Sri Lanka, QNet Middle East, Dubai office, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Turkey office, Cote d'Ivoire office, Indonesia, Thailand, Hong Kong, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia. Big shout out to you guys. Germany, all right. Big shout out to all of you guys. What did I leave out? India, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Turkey, Cote d'Ivoire, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia, all the offices, guys. Wherever you guys are, to all the QNet corporate guys, thank you so much for what you do every day. Okay. And to Q Lifestyle office in Malaysia and other parts of the world, business development Q Lifestyle, the V Warriors in the Philippines, Malaysia, India, love you guys. So guys, this is Instagram Live with your chief, the one and only, with a new cap called Obey. So listen to whatever I say and obey. Okay. Firstly, welcome to week 39. I hope week 38 was unbelievable for all of you guys. I was just telling our visionary Dato Sri Vijay that the magic of VCon that he and Japa did live seriously reached every corner of the world. And now we are in week 39, which is rank advancement week. All right, so this is your final week to make sure that you qualify for your rank, whether you are going for gold, sapphire, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, whatever you do, keep an eye on your rank dashboard. Make sure everything is 100% so you qualify for the next rank. And today, guys, all right, I want to talk about not so much about networking, but about life a little bit. Because I thought to myself, all right, every Sunday I get to speak to you guys for 30-35 minutes, and I don't have the time like I usually do to make as many videos. So you got the Instagram Live and you've got Wednesday message. So today let's talk about life a little bit. All right. And I think the greatest mystery, thank you for the hearts, the millions of hearts floating on this side. I think the greatest mystery that everyone tries to solve, including me, throughout my journey, okay, of life, is to find out the key to happiness. Because if you really think about your journey of life, all right, everything matters. But the ultimate goal of everything you do, maxing out, okay, building your family, doing what you love to do, everything leads to a measuring stick of your happiness index. All right. I'm so proud of the UAE that Sheikh Mohammed, His Highness, was one of the first countries in the world to create a ministry of happiness. There is a minister of happiness, and we underestimate this, the concept of happiness in life. And if you remember the graph of your life, okay, going through life, the graph of happiness index, it's like a roller coaster ride. And don't get me wrong, all right? The definition of happiness is a combination of things. It's not only one thing. It's not only money, but don't misunderstand. I don't think money is everything, all right? But money is a major contributor to the happiness index. Not in the sense of, oh, I'm rich and I've got a lot of money. It takes a big worry out of your life. Because if you think about it, throughout your journey of life, one of the fundamental things you worry about, fundamental, all right? Of course, if you are sick and you are in the hospital, you worry about your health. But on a day-to-day basis, you worry about paying your bills, all right? Looking after your family to the best of your ability, providing a good education for your children, providing your spouse, husband or wife, your parents, a better life. So I don't want to sound like one of those people who say money is everything and all that stuff, but it's so important. because it removes a major aspect of your stress in life. And stress is the total opposite of happiness. All right. One of my goals in life, okay, to me, is to go through life with the maximum number of days where I am genuinely happy. Genuinely. Regardless of what I'm doing. All right. This is a search. You know, I always used to ask Dato Sri Vijay, I always used to ask my mom, God bless her soul, all right, that what does it take to truly be happy? All right. And I'm going to tell you guys to sort of audit your happiness index right now. Ask yourself, first question, are you happy? All right. And this is not a complicated question. The answer is yes, no, a little bit, a lot, whatever it is. Ask yourself this question constantly as you go through your day, as you go through your week, as you go through your month, as you go through a year of your life. All right. You can never get it back, you know. That in exactly 1 minute, I lost the minute before. That life goes on. It never stops. There's no pause button. You can't slow it down. It goes on and you can't rewind. There is no time machine yet, okay, which can take you back. And when you look back at your past, the question you must ask yourself is, how many days in my past, how many days of my life up to now were you truly happy inside? I'm not talking about the fake smile or the wild parties and temporary intoxication that gave you fake happiness. I'm talking about real happiness. I'm talking about being happy, guys. All right. And this is a question you must ask yourself, because you have one life. Okay, you believe in karma, you come back. All right. But one life right now. And if every day you had to measure, all right, your happiness index, where would it be? Now I practice this. Every day I come back home from wherever I am. Okay, now I don't travel, but wherever I am in Malaysia, and I come back home and I sleep like 4 or 5 in the morning after my calls, my WhatsApp messaging. All right, for all of those of you all who have sent me TAT, I'm catching up. Give me this week. All right. I ask myself, how was today with regards to PATHMAN's happiness index? All right. That's fundamentally important question, because the day is going to end for me when I close my eyes and I sleep. All right. But until then, the happiness factor is so fundamentally important, guys. Don't take it for granted. So I remember asking Dato Sri Vijay in Japa and my mom, all right, my first guru, my first mentor, about this question. All right. And I realized that it's such an important question that we don't ask ourselves anymore. So I'll tell you the answers I found in my journey to find true happiness. All right, to truly find true happiness. Okay, the first thing is, whatever you do for a living, to earn money, to provide for your family, you must love doing it. It cannot be called work. It cannot. The minute you call it work, all right, it will create unhappiness. All right, you got to love what you do. Dato Sri told me this 22 years ago. If you don't love building a global network, PATHMAN, you will never succeed. You will never be happy. And I'm completely in agreement. All right, and I thank him for sharing this with me 22 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago. All right, love what you do. So if network marketing is not something you love doing, if it's turned into a job, if it turns into a robotic activity, you're not going to max out. You're not going to be happy. All right. And unhappiness leads to failure in anything you do. That if you look at all the success stories in the world, they did not see it as work. They love what they do. Whether you look at Steve Jobs, God bless his soul, Bill Gates, Dato Sri Vijay, Japa, even Mother Teresa, everyone, they had to love what they do, or not. You cannot do it with the same intensity, the same passion for 22 years, guys. All right. Like, I love what I do. This was the first thing. And I'll be very honest with you. If I did not love this industry of network marketing, if I did not love building a network and being your upline and making these videos and being online on a Sunday, okay, with you guys, I won't be able to sustain it. I love doing my Wednesday message. I love doing presentation. All right. I love talking to people, trying to awaken the giant within them, unleash their limitless potential. Okay. And this is the first thing I realize that you have to identify. So you have to ask yourself a difficult question. Whatever you're doing right now as a networker, do you love what you do? If you're only doing it to earn money, if you're only doing it to max out, if you're only doing it as a form of income, then it becomes a job. And people hate jobs. People are not consistent. People suffer. They go into depression. They want to kill their boss. They want to quit. So the first thing I realize is you have to love what you do. All right? You got to love everything about it. You got to love the rejection. You got to love the battles. I was saying on VCon, I'm here for 22 years because I love fighting the battles for the truth, fighting for the dreams of my downlines, all of you around the world, by the side of Dato Sri Vijay. That sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's frustrating, but I still love it. And this is the first thing you have to identify. You have to love what you do, and it must show in your eyes. It must show in your smile that you love doing this, that this is what you want to do. This is who we are. You understand? It's like Dato Sri has, hi Ibn, all right? Dato Sri has showed so many examples about Picasso not sleeping for 3 days to finish a painting, all right, which at that time was worth nothing. But he had to love what he did, or not, you won't stay awake for 3 days. Like how we stay awake for 5 days, 4 nights to run VCon. You cannot do it out of a sense of job or duty. You got to love it. All right? And this is fundamentally important. Love what you do. Number one. And then the happiness index grows. Your goal is to increase your happiness index every single step of your journey. All right? Number two. Okay? Do things for others. This is what I realize. I realize that buying something for myself is not as beautiful as buying something for somebody else. Doing something for myself is not as satisfying, all right, as doing something for someone else. And I realize this, that your life has to revolve around giving. Like serve, love, give, Dato Sri Vijay said, all right, at VCon. And giving back. This is me giving back on my Instagram live. All right, I don't know how many of you are going to watch this and completely learn something or change your perception of life and be happy, but I'll still do it. It's my form of giving. So give, guys. The purpose of you maxing out is not for you to hold the money and buy things for yourself. All right, the vision of Dato Sri and Japa is for you to, inshallah, build a hospital, build a school, provide education for children. You got $1,000, take $100 and give it away. You got $1 million, take 100,000 and give it away. You understand? For the right people, for the right reason. That's how the world becomes a better place. And I realized I found a high index of happiness when I did things for others. All right? When I served others. And that's why I'm so proud of being chief of ISB. All right? To fulfill the vision of the founders. And giving is a fundamental aspect. But you need to have to give. All right? You can't build a school without money. You can't build a hospital without money. All right? You can't tip a waiter. Those who know me, I go to a restaurant, I will tip the waiter an unreasonable amount of money because it makes a difference in his or her life. I was a waiter before. I know what it means when somebody gives you $50, all right, or $20. And I know how painful it is when somebody doesn't leave a tip. All right? And the second of giving, right? Learn to serve, learn to give. And that will create a tremendous happiness. I'm talking about myself. I hope it does to you. All right? Number 3, okay? Fight. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you to punch somebody I love fighting for the truth. I love fighting for the underdog. All right, it gives me such a sense of achievement when we win a battle, whether it's a legal case, whether we are legalized in a country. All right, yesterday I was talking to Nepal, all the leaders in Nepal, and now finally, we are going to be legal in Nepal. It's unbelievable. All right, and it took a long battle to fight, and I love a good fight for a good reason. That I have an adrenaline rush when I have to go into battle. I don't know why. My father's name is SENATHIRAJAH, which I'm so proud of, which means the king of generals. That means I believe I was born to be a warrior. You understand? All right? And I fight for the truth. That gives me tremendous happiness. Fighting for the underdog, fighting for the oppressed, fighting when stronger people, more influential people are taking advantage of the innocent. All right, and I want to fight, and I watched Dato Sri Vijay and Japa fight these battles, and I made a commitment to them that I will fight by their side. I'll be one of their generals. All right, and fight for the truth. I never back down, and as long as we are right, I would never back down. And when we win a battle, however small, however big, and the hours, the commitment you put in, all right, and all of you must be in some market with some challenges. Fight for the truth. Don't back down. All right? This is your God-given right. Go all the way. You understand not? You're not fighting for yourself. You're fighting for your downlines. You're fighting for your family's future. You're fighting for financial freedom. You're fighting about a globalized philosophy of free enterprise. That you should not allow yourself to be oppressed by anyone or anything. All right? Fight for the truth. This gives me tremendous happiness. All right, when there's something wrong in any market, I stand up, okay, and I fight. All right, and some we lose. It's okay. Some we win. And that winning, all right, gives me a high level of happiness. I realized that was my secret. I was born to fight for the truth. And thank God I have a warrior upline, Dato Sri Vijay, who has no fear, no more fear. He doesn't back down from anything or anyone. As long as we are fighting for the truth, as long as we know we are doing the right thing, Dato Sri Vijay will push us all the way, all right, at any cost to win that battle, which we have proven over 22 years, all right, that we have won more battles than we have lost. And even if we lose, we will come back and fight again with a new strategy. We never give up. We never leave any IR behind. All right, this is fundamentally important. And the fourth aspect, which gives me a lot of happiness, is love. And I'm not talking about, that kind of love only. Okay, that's an aspect of love. Is love the people. Be there for them. You understand? And you have so much to give, so much love to give. Don't be selfish about it. All right? I want to give all my love away before God calls me home. That I want to give my love to everyone at home, in the office, in ISB, in the whole network, all of you guys. Because you see, the funny thing is, as much as the world is modern today and there's technology, if you realize people are becoming less and less emotional, they're becoming more guarded, they're closing up their heart, they're not expressing themselves. It's so difficult to say I love you, all right, sincerely. Okay, it's so difficult to care of the fear of getting hurt. So to me is love, and love some more. All right, and you guys, come on. Your own wife, you don't say I love you anymore. And ladies, your husband, you don't say I love you anymore. You used to kiss 24 hours before marriage when you were dating somewhere in Bandra, by the beach or something like that. But now it's all robotic. Yeah, what do you want to eat? That. No. Don't lose that love. Everyone is hungry for love. Everyone wants to feel loved, right? To feel that somebody cares for them, that they are a priority in somebody's lives. So give your love. And I'm not talking only the romantic kind. I'm talking your kids, your parents, your friends, your downlines, your uplines. I believe that an environment which is so strong with love, all right, will conquer the world. And if you ask me, one of the reasons why we have lasted for 22 years, as you saw in the last week on Dato Sri was talking about it, the V partners, I believe because it's love. All right. Our love for the founders, Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, their love for us, my love for all of you guys. All right. And you can see the brotherhood, you can see the sisterhood. And if a team is going to survive great challenges, if a team is going to grow, then care, love. It's not only about the strategy, it's not only about presentation and how to max out. Everything needs a sprinkle of love. All right. And then your network, your team will grow even bigger. Greetings, Australia. All right, your team and your organization will grow bigger and bigger, because the bonds you're going to create in this journey to max out are bonds for life, and it must be built on a foundation of love. Love your people, love life, love your family, love your husband and wife, love your kids, love your parents, and don't hide that emotion. I know culturally there is taboo, especially in some cultures, of even expressing love to our parents. Most of you have never picked up the phone, all right, and said, I love you, okay, to your dad or mom. When's the last time you said, I love you to dad? Think about it, all right? We come from a tradition or cultural limitation of not being able to say these words. Now, you may think, Chief, I don't have to say it. I love my dad. I love my mom. They know it. No, they need to hear it. And the first time you say it, they won't know how to react. So today, after this Instagram live, if your husband and wife is next to you, hug them, kiss them, say I love you. Pick up the phone, call mom, call dad, say I love you. Alright? Hug your kids and say I love you 1,000 times a day. Because that will build them to understand the power of care, the power of relationships, the power of love. This will drastically increase your happiness index. Come think of it. All right, guys, those parents on the call today, the mom and dads, you come back home after 20 presentations and a tough day, bad traffic jam, blah, blah, blah. You sit on your sofa and your little prince or princess runs up to you, hugs you, kisses you on your cheek and say, I love you, Papa. I love you, Mommy. You are telling me that does not make your day? Then how come you only receive and you feel good, but you don't know how to give that love out there? JR, love you, Apu. All right. And this love is such a powerful thing. And I don't want to sound like a 1970 hippie. All right. But love is the most powerful force on this planet. We will change the world. I promise you this. All right. So love your people. Give love out. All right. And don't treat people who work for you badly, you know. Show them love. Show them care. Even those at home. All right. There's so many cultures where you treat your workers so badly. And I'm very upset. I was just watching YouTube yesterday. You should not. All right. Even if that person doesn't reciprocate the love or cheats you and runs away, doesn't matter. You give love anyway. All right. This is fundamentally important. Okay. And the fifth one is live life to the fullest, guys. All right. Do everything you ever wanted to do. Have a bucket list. Because when you start making money with QNet, you can do things. And it doesn't only mean you buy things. A lot of people think financial freedom is about buying things. And yes, buying things makes you happy. Hey guys, every time I buy a house, a car, a beautiful watch, something I buy for my loved ones, it makes me tremendously happy. But I don't think it's only about buying. I think it's about doing. So when you make enough money, do the things you want to do. If you want to fly somewhere, well, hopefully after the virus pandemic thing calms down, fly anywhere. If you want to do something, you want to start a hobby, all right, you want to buy a fish tank and put fish in it, all right, do it. You have the money now to fulfill all your bucket list since you are a child. Guys, I buy things that I wanted as a kid today. People think I'm crazy. All right, I wanted a Nintendo game and watch Popeye, and I bought it online from Japan. I wanted, a famous T-shirt with Mickey Mouse on it. I will buy it, guys. All right, it's not only about the expensive dream cars. It's about the small things that matter. If you always wanted a mountain bike, buy a mountain bike and ride it around your neighborhood and do presentacion. All right, but make sure you wear expensive watch so they know you're successful. All right, live life. Don't ignore the things you always wanted from a child. Now you have the financial ability to fulfill it. So your dreams of the past are not dreams that have vanished. You have an opportunity to fulfill those dreams now. All right? Not everything is a Mercedes, BMW, Ferrari, and a Rolex. All right? Some things you always wanted as a kid to do for yourself or your parents will give you tremendous happiness. All right? And live life to the fullest. Okay? And do everything you ever wanted to do now. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it now, guys. If you want to do bungee jumping, do it. If you want to do skydiving, do it. All right? If you think, I always wanted to learn how to swim, it's too late, go for swimming classes. Do your presentation also. Just live life to the fullest. And this will create a higher happiness index. So those are the things I realize, all right, that I wanted to do, all right, from loving what I do. This is fundamentally important. Giving. Give. Gives me tremendous happiness, all right. Fighting battles. I love the good fight. All right. I love the good fight, fighting for the truth. I want to die a warrior. You understand? Love to the fullest. And remember, husband, wife, hug them, kiss them, kids, parents, everyone. And don't be afraid to say, I love you. You understand? As long as it comes from the heart, it will make a big difference to them. And finally, live life to the fullest, guys. All right? Just do what you want to do. This is what you're working for. This is what financial freedom is about. This is why you started this journey with Dato Sri Vijay, to be able to finally live life. All right? Not survive, not exist, but live life to the fullest. All right? And the ultimate goal of all of these things I practice is to increase, all right, my happiness index. Because ultimately, there's one guarantee in life. We're all going to die. Whether sooner or later, we're all going to die. And when you look back at your journey of life, the most important thing is that throughout the years of your existence, that every day you aimed and you achieved the highest happiness index in your existence. All right? That you smiled genuinely, that you laughed genuinely, that you loved life and you were happy. This is fundamentally important. All right? Welcome to week 39. All right? Love what you do and make sure you move rank. All right? And live life to the fullest, guys. And this is your chief. From the bottom of my heart, I love you guys.